Alright, so today we're going to be talking about spacing. This is one of the most important lessons to learn if you want to improve in neutral, and I'll be doing a multi-part series on the topic. Today we're going to be covering the basics to spacing around your opponent and playing around their options. In order to understand spacing, you first need to understand range. You see, range is more than just the distance your attacks can cover. You also have to factor in the movement a character has, as well as the speed of the attack itself. Ask yourself, for each character, what is the furthest reaching attack they can do that is unreactable? And secondly, you should ask yourself, what is the furthest reaching movement option that requires the least commitment? You may not see these ranges at first, but it becomes a lot more apparent when looking at a matchup example like Marth versus Falcon. If I ask the question, who has more range? The common answer would be Marth, since he has far-reaching disjoints compared to Falcon's limbs, when in reality, Falcon is the one that has more range. While Marth does have superior hitboxes in the form of his disjoints, Falcon can threaten Marth from longer distances. So let's say Falcon in this matchup wants to land a grab because it leads to big damage and follow-ups. At this range, all of Marth's immediate burst options either require high commitment or straight up miss Falcon. On the other hand, Falcon can easily threaten Marth with his burst options and force Marth to respect them. This puts Marth in an awkward spot when he is within Falcon's range. He must either retreat out of Falcon's range before he gets hit, or preempt with an attack to stuff Falcon's forward movement. These are options that the Falcon player can then play around to create favorable mix-ups. If Marth tries to preempt with a fair, Falcon can use his dash dance or wave dash down to move around it and punish it. If Marth tries to dash back to whiff punish an aerial, Falcon can go out and overshoot to hit Marth in the back of his dash dance. If Marth tries to jump over Falcon's attack, Falcon now has total stage control and can interrupt Marth's landing aerial with an up air. Speaking of stage control, this is a huge part of spacing and positioning, since where you are on the stage affects the options you have. If Marth has center stage, he can dash back to evade an immediate burst option, but if Marth is cornered, this option is no longer available to him. For those of you who still don't get this idea, don't worry, I still have one more example. Imagine at this distance, Puff is trying to pressure Fox's shield. She needs to be wary of both up smash and shield grab, since those can both be deadly at this percent. She uses back air so that way she can cover Fox wanting to jump out of shield to a platform, but she doesn't drift far enough away and gets caught by up smash. Had she have drifted a bit further, she could have moved out of the range of Fox's up smash and thus spaced around it. Just one last tip before we finish. When outside of the opponent's range, you don't have to worry about getting hit since they aren't at an adequate range to hit you. A lot of beginners will shield when they aren't threatened by their opponent, causing them to limit the options they have in neutral and giving the opponent a major advantage. Alright, so that was a lot for just one video. There will be more to cover in the next part, but for now just focus on the basics. Practice spacing around common out of shield options during shield pressure such as grabs and aerials. I recommend practicing against Marth since he has the best grab and his fairs cover a lot of space, but you should practice against everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you guys next time.